Dr. Mann, I'm going to go back to Douglas Irwin's classic book on Against the Tides in the History of American Trade, followed up with your wonderful effort, Is a Trade Deficit Sustainable? Is that era over and dead? I mean, Henrietta would say both Republicans and Democrats really don't care about the life work of Eichengreen, Irwin, and Mann.
Well, I just published a new book, For Better or Worse, Has Globalization Peaked? And that looks at not just trade, but financial flows, immigration, and so forth. And the bottom line of that monograph is that peak globalization is behind us. And the Trump and the Democrat view is one that really has been, it's the most obvious manifestation of something that has been in train for about 10 years now. And that's not good. It is not good, because globalization is the source of growth. It is the source of benefits and growing markets. It's good for consumers. It's good for business. And the problem has been that domestic policy hasn't stepped up to deal with the necessary adjustments. Technology requires adjustments. Domestic policy hasn't stepped up for that either. So this notion that we've got 6 years, as Henrietta says, 6 years, or maybe it's supposed to be, 7 years good, 7 years bad, but that we've got 7 years or 6 years of further declines in globalization, that's a very bad picture for everyone. Advanced economies, the United States, and emerging markets, and China. Nobody wins when we have this kind of situation.
But Catherine, when you talk about a very bad picture, so if this lasts for another, 7 years, is it a given that actually it puts the recession closer to the timeline than it would have otherwise been?
So this is a recession. To get to a recession in the next 2 years really requires some shock that we haven't had yet. We may have one, who knows? But the current direction of travel, whether it be for globalization, whether it be the tariffs, whether it be the trade war, this is an erosion of productivity. It's an erosion of potential output. It's an erosion of consumer buying power. It's more like termites, very big termites, but it's not the shock that will precipitate a recession. It's not good, but it's different than a shock that would precipitate a recession within the next year.